I have a problem. I love comic books, can't get enough of them, but I seem to buy more than I can handle. I just end up leaving them on a chair in my room, saying, nah, I'll get to them at some point, but I don't. I just leave them in that chair. That damn comic book chair. Hello, fellow rejects, and welcome to the Comic Book Chair, 3rd episode. Yeah, we're still doing this. Anyway, today's comic we're going to take a look at is Star Wars Skywalker Strikes, taking place a short time after A New Hope. We opened on our rebel pals, Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, R2, and 3PO, as they go on their mission to the Moon 1, a moon of Coruscant, to destroy the Empire's largest weapons factory, and everything goes as well as you'd expect it to. I mean, you know, they blow the place up, and then shit just goes sideways. As you know, as is Star Wars fashion. Moving on to characters, I really don't know what to do for a character breakdown here. Normally in this video, the character breakdown serves as a way to explain how a character acts in the book, because each version of a character is different with each writer. Like, Dan Slott's Spider-Man is different than Steve Ditko's Spider-Man, and so on and so forth with every character. But these Star Wars characters are so iconic and so ingrained to the pop culture zeitgeist that you can't really change them, and I will confirm that in this book, everybody is everybody. Everybody is how you remember them. It's very slavish to how they stick to the book, but it's still really good because it's what you want. It would really be easier for me to tell you what's going on with the characters in the book rather than explain how they're different or what they're going through. Actually, to tell you what they are going through. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just tell you what they're going through. Luke is kind of going through a depression trip as he has come to realize he is the only Jedi. Well, only kind of Jedi in existence, and no one's left to train him. This book also shows the spark of Han and Leia's relationship. It shows Vader's obsession with the with the pilot who destroyed the Death Star, and we also get to learn a little tidbit that Jabba, after the destruction of Moon 1, Jabba is now supplying the Empire with military aid. So that's cool. Kind of brings that full circle when we get to Return of the Jedi. And Boba Fett continues to be written as a badass, even though in the original trilogy, it's quite clear that he was meant to be a joke. I know people will argue with me on this fact, but he shows up in one movie, looks cool as hell, and then is easily defeated and thrown into a Sarlacc pit. You can't tell me that wasn't meant to be a gag. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of Boba Fett. Moving on. What I liked. Oh, God, what I liked. I'm gonna sound like a fucking shill throughout this whole review. I apologize, but what I liked, John Cassaday's art is on point. Laura Martin's colors are beautiful. Jason Aaron, of course it's fucking Jason Aaron, his writing is compelling. Everyone does their job, 110% effort and skill. They bring to life this story in the Star Wars universe that's totally there. You totally believe it's real. And I cannot gush on this anymore. I mean, we're going to get on to what I hated, and I should really call it more like what I'm nitpicking. There's a new character in the book. I'm not going to show her in the review because she's a spoiler. But I don't know. We will never see this character beyond this run in the comics. So she's not really important to the Star Wars films, as she doesn't really matter. And also the Rodians. Holy fuck! They just hurt all of the Rodians in this book. To people who don't know who the Rodians are, that's Greedo's race. Are people just so pissed off at the Han shot first thing that we need to kill more Rodians to fulfill some kind of nerd catharsis? I mean, it's just fuck those people, those poor Rodians. I feel so sorry for those Rodians. I'm gonna stop talking about Rodians. This has ended up being a really short review because I don't want to spoil anything. But if there's any value to my words, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a 5 out of 5 must-buy book. I hate that I left this book in my chair and was surprised with how quickly I devoured the pages. I never expected this book to become one of my favorite reads of all time. And to all comic book fans, veteran to the uninitiated, you should do yourself a favor and pick up this book. If you love Star Wars, if you hate Star Wars, if Star Wars doesn't register to you, if you are interested in Star Wars, buy Skywalker Strikes Volume 1. It is so good. I can't. I want to tell you more, but it would just ruin the story. And you, oh my god, no, I'm total shill right here. I'm not even getting paid to fucking sell you this book, and I want this book to succeed more than any comic I have read to date. And I've read some pretty good fucking comics. Oh, alright, man. That's all we have for right now. I'll see you rejects around the Milky Way. And I can't wait to tell you another tale from the Comic Book Chair. Also, next week, we're doing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. I'm real excited to do that one. Okay, goodbye.